Too late. I already got it. It's out. I got it. Oh my God. Oh boy. They've been living in that for a minute.
Hey, Brite Nation.
What's up, Brite Nation?
So I am back from traveling.
Yeah, lucky her.
You mean lucky you? You had some fun too. He had company over and hanging out with peanut butter and jelly. I've missed them. We have some new projects up in here. So
new ones.
Check it out.
So this CJ has been sitting in a field for
like 10 years.
Like 10 years in Southern California. We're gonna resurrect it.
Can we call this thing Old Crusty now?
This is the new Crusty.
This is
new Crusty.
Extra crusty. Okay, we should just.
And then we
call it Poopy. Guys, there is so much mouse poo in here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Give me like 10 minutes and there won't be one drop in there. I will clean it out. That is going to be number one. Cleaning out the CJ, stripping it, and then we're gonna go through it and make this thing run.
And then we'll go from there. I don't know what else we're gonna do, but we do need to make it run and work and all the lights work, which they definitely don't right now. So
and then
tackle that.
Pass the camera on to you.
Pass the torch. Dun, 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 dun.
Pass the torch. The wand.
The Scout. So this is a 1962 Scout 80. I know a lot of you guys have asked about it, and some of you guys have seen the roof sitting out back. It's that time. So it needs a little bit of rust repair, and then we're gonna put a new drivetrain in it, new wiring from front to back. It should be a pretty easy, like it's a minimalist build. It just needs to run, and in 62 they didn't really have anything but a wiring harness and a motor anyway, so.
You say easy so lightly.
I'll make it look easy. So anyway, we're gonna get to cleaning up both of these, and then we'll show you what we're gonna get into.
All right, let's take a closer look at this CJ here. So this is what's left of the seats. It's like a mix of twigs. Sorry if you guys are eating right now or drinking your coffee. It's probably not what you want to see. But yeah, this thing is in rough shape. So yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is grab the shop vac over there and then just start cleaning away because I'm not gonna work in this mess.
Oh yeah, see they ate everything.
Oh yeah.
They ate everything. Good old field mice.
They had a field day. You guys saw me pull the welder out, and that is because sometimes you get a rusty bolt that doesn't want to come out. So what I did was I welded the top of the bolt and then welded a nut onto it, and then we were able to get the bolt out. Thank goodness. Because it took like 3 tries. But we got it. For the most part, this thing is pretty cleared out. Steering wheel is coming out next. And then we're ripping the wiring out.
So Beck's getting the CJ all cleaned up and torn apart so that we can get some harnesses in that. I'm gonna start working on the Scout. So it's pretty straight body. It's only got a couple of problem childs. It had a small block in it, way too powerful for the trans and the transfer case that was in it, and the axles for that matter. Extremely scary to drive at 60 miles an hour. So we're gonna redo the powertrain in this. I'm going to fix a couple of rusty spots. So let me show you what we got here. So the original fenders are actually in pretty good shape. The hood is in really good shape. The front had some the typical bend marks on the side, so we're going to straighten that out and fix that. All that is up here in the rafters. Surprisingly, the floor is in really good shape. There's no holes in the floor. Like, all the corners are still really solid. The seat box that was right here was pretty bad. I don't know why, but that one is in perfect condition. The rest of the floors are in perfect condition. The only trouble spots was the bottom where this front fender sat, so this rotted out. But the rocker is good. Like, all of this is strong. It's just it ended right here, so that's a plus for us because I only need to replace this bottom piece. This hinge box and this hinge box are in really good shape, but if you go inside, up here is not too bad. That's a little bit of surface rust here, but this one is completely rotted through, so we're gonna have to change this, just this inner skin right here, and get that re-welded to that hinge box. As you can see, the firewall is in great shape. That was smashed out for the small block distributor that was there. And then as you can see, there's a big hole up there, and you can't see it, but there's some significant rust coming through that black section where the bottom hinge box is. So we're gonna have to do the same thing over there. The hinge box is in great shape, but this skin, so we're just gonna have to cut the inner skins out on both sides and get these replaced. And that's pretty much the only rust repair on this. The back quarters, the back fenders, all this is in really good shape. That's just brown paint. She's in really good shape. Otherwise, even that's just brown paint. The fuel tank boxes are in really good shape. I'm pretty surprised, like even this rocker is in really good shape. There's a little bit of cancer starting here in the front, but it hasn't gone all the way through. It's still very strong. Like I have all the pedal assemblies, the pedal box and everything ready to go. He wants to keep this a 5-speed, so we are gonna keep it a 5-speed. So let's get these panels cut out of here and we'll get them replaced.
We're taking the dash apart right now, and I noticed, is that what I think it is, guys? It's a cassette player. Like the plastic is still on the screen, which is really cool.
You never seen one of those? I had one of those in my Lincoln. Actually, I had an 8-track player. I had an 8-track player in my Lincoln.
Well, I remember CD players. That's a thing of the past.
All right, so we got it all grinded out, marked out. So I removed all the paint. I drilled out these 6 spot welds. It broke free pretty easily, which is kind of concerning, but we also cleaned up this area up here, marked it out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the squares out, and we'll see how bad it is inside of this one. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I think we can get most of the rust out of the backside because it is really thick metal on the backside. We'll hit it with some paintable rusty primer, and then we'll get a new piece tacked in, and we'll continue on to the other side, but we're gonna get this cut out right now. So that's what it looked like before. I'll show you what it looks like after. That's what I was afraid of. That is full of rust in there. It's a double wall. The outside wall comes straight down, and then the inside wall follows this. So this is just packed full of dirt and rust. Luckily, I don't think it's bad in here or over there, but right here in the middle, it's definitely gone. So let's get that out of there.
So I got the visors out, some of the wiring already, and then also took out the fenders because they were deteriorating and ripping. Hopefully we can find some new ones of that. Also took off the brackets that went to the spare tire carrier. We are not going to be running a spare on this, so we didn't need it. And then just continuing to work on getting this wiring out. And just to show you guys a little bit more in here, how much these mice or rats or whatever did in here. I mean, we've already cleaned quite a bit of it out, but phew, they had a heck of a home. It's like the Mickey Mansion in here.
This is his summer home when he's not in the castle. This is where he escapes to.
It's a Airbnb. He rents it out to his other Mickey friends. Yummy.
All right, so after I got these holes cleaned up real good, I got my computer out, and my mouse, and my printer, and I made these. Haha. So now we're just gonna trace these out. We'll get these cut out of some steel, and we'll get these welded in.
Dash is completely out now, and so is the last bit of this old wiring harness that does us no good. Alrighty, so you guys just watched me rip out all of the wiring harness that has a CJ7, and I'm sorry, but you don't get to see Chris spend days making a new wiring harness.
Wait, no, I did, look, days. I did all this today.
This is not his craftsmanship. We did get this wiring harness from Centrek. It comes with this dash wiring harness, and then it comes with this rear wiring harness. And then also the engine harness. So these wiring harnesses start out at $600, and then depending on different options that you select, it goes up from there. It does come with instructions, and then also comes with light bulbs, which is really cool because I thought we were gonna have to go out and buy some, but nope, got them on deck. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to put this in, and Chris will probably go over this more extensively for you guys. Wiring is not my forte, so he may not be making this, but he's gonna tell you all about it.
All right, so we'll start with the dash harness. We did opt for the upgraded fuse panel. It just comes with this slick stainless cover. It's all mountable. Here's your bulkhead connector that goes out to your engine harness, and all of these are labeled. Like this is your dome light. All the steering column, here's your blinkers. I only know that because all the blue ones were blinkers and hazards, which go on the speedometer in the middle.
Ooh, guess which one this is.
The brown one, I'm gonna go with fan.
Yes, you're right. You're too good.
So they're all labeled, and these are all your lights. So they'll tell you what they plug into in the dash, and this is why Beck needed all those lights. We didn't know how many we were gonna have to go get, but it comes with them, so that's awesome. Plugs directly into the rear harness, and the rear harness goes down the rear wheel well. It comes with, plugs right into your tail lights, your marker lights, fuel level sender, lights on the back side, and your other marker on the other side. Goes all the way up. And this will plug into your bulkhead, and this will go out to the engine. So you have all of your cool wiring out here for the engine, starter, the other stuff, alternator, battery from the alternator for a one-wire hookup. Has everything. It's all plug and play. This goes out to your left headlight markers and your right headlights and markers and the horn. Everything is in this harness. So now all we gotta do is stuff it in the Jeep. We'll start with that one.
So we can't get the last bolt out of this, so I had to take this cover off.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That's a lot.
I don't even know if I can get in there to get the bottom bolt from here. That bottom bolt is not happy in here, and I can't get it out of the firewall, so we're probably gonna have to clean this out and then get in there and try to get, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh God. Old cars, yay! Oh my God, there's so much in there. Oh, I guess we'll go get the vacuum cleaner and then we'll throw it away after we're done. I need to get to a bolt that's down there. Oh, they ate this, so we're just gonna break this out.
It's disgusting.
Oh, old mouse condominium right there.
It's the McMansion.
So, I got it. Don't worry. I got it. Don't worry. I got it. So now we're gonna replace the blower motor and get this all sanitized and probably change the heater core out of it and get this reinstalled.
Torch it.
Yeah, torch it, build a new one. I don't know. Oh God!
I mean, how do you know that's not like filled in there?
It is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We gotta take this cover off.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go.
Well, they ate that pretty good.
You think they spun in it like a hamster?
No. Oh my God.
Ew.
Oh boy. They've been living in that for a minute. So we got in here last night and I have to put the ignition module back in, so I rewired it because that's what I do. So we rewired all the ignition wires, and then I pulled the harness apart because I don't like that convoluted stuff. So we pulled the harness apart and I pulled all the wires where they need to go, and we added a couple that need to go to different spots. And now we're just gonna finish luming this all up. I'm just gonna wrap it all up and get it in this engine bay. Hopefully it runs. I'm just kidding, it'll run. Pretty easy system. Most of those are just sensors and stuff for the dash. This is the only one that matters, and this goes over to the distributor and the coil for the ignition. So let's just wrap it up. It runs. That is awesome. awesome. A rewire job that I did. We got these custom quick disconnect batteries. I just hooked it up to make sure that it turned over because we didn't even know if this motor ran. And it sounds like it does quite well. So that is a plus, which means we don't need a new distributor cap and rotor, which I'm gonna replace it anyway. But it does run. So I know it doesn't need a new ignition module. I know it needs an alternator and such, but I'm just excited that it does run. So now we can get into really wiring it, finishing it up, replacing all the bad and broken parts, and really get this thing ready to run.
So we got some steel in this morning, and I'm gonna be working on a frame. I can't tell you about this frame yet because it's a surprise, but in the meantime, Chris is going to be working on the CJ, and I am going to be cutting out steel and welding this frame together.
When the CJ came up, one of the issues he was having, or that he had in the past that he remembers, is the windshield wipers didn't work really well. Well, I've already dug into it a little bit, and it's because that guy right there is not square. It kind of came out, it kind of comes out like this because somebody's knocked into it, which is why the arms were bent inside. So I'm gonna pull this out so that it's flush again, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. So I came up with this little concoction. What I'm gonna use is a 3/4 inch socket and another 3/4 inch socket. This is a 21, and it's a 21, and I don't know what this is, a 19 or something, but I want this for the pinch in here. So I'm gonna pinch this in there, and then I can work it square. Sideshow over here. So I can work this back out into a flush dimple, because I can't hit that with a hammer or anything because it's too fragile. So we're gonna get this in here. So as you get this in here, you can tighten this up and it'll make this flange flat again because it pinches the two sockets together. And then all you gotta do is pull that back out. Now the whole thing is square and flush again. For the most part, I'm gonna give it a little tap from the back and go ahead and put it back together, but I think that's pretty good. Now you can see when you take it apart, that flange is nice and flat again, and there's no ripples in it. That whole wiper assembly should be able to go right back in that hole. All right, got these panels patched in, and they have, we put some rust preventative primer, put this one, some rust reformer behind it when we welded it in so it won't continue to rust. So we put some rust preventative behind there. I cleaned all of the inside of this. We sprayed the inside of this with rust preventative. That piece and this piece have now, they're all new, so this hinge block is very strong now, not rusty anymore. And then
I did get this frame all welded up, and then I'm waiting on one more piece to come in before I can move any further on this.
And as you recall, we got this thing running. All the wiring from headlight to taillight works. We are waiting on a bunch of pieces that we finally ordered. Now that we know it runs, I ordered all the pieces to put it back together, like that alternator seized and stuff. So we're waiting on a bunch, all the extra motor stuff. I'm still waiting on this blower motor to get in so that we can put the dash back together, but everything is wired. Also, I'm changing out all the little lights in the dash. So everything does work. We're just getting all the beautiful parts so that we can put all this back together. Then we can wrap this up in then one of the next shop videos. But
I know you guys are still wondering what the frame is for. We can't quite tell you yet.
no, you're gonna have to wait till the next shop video because it's a secret. And I'm really excited about this this quick little project we have coming up. So while we wait for parts for these two,
We're gonna be working on this surprise, and then yeah, we'll
in the next shop video, so you have to wait, but trust me, it's pretty awesome. But until then, thanks guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and share, because I can speak today. And remember, you can get all your Lite Brite merch and decals
at LiteBriteStudios.com.
and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye. poke a hole in the firewall, you always put a washer on or weld it up, but.
Excuse me, I'm drunk. Just kidding.
So that vodka. It is Saturday.
It's Sunday.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere though.